Other scores in the NBA today. Games that were played earlier today and back in the Eastern time zone. Cleveland beating Sacramento 104-95. Milwaukee beat Washington 114-110. And it was the Chicago Bulls really handling the Atlanta Hawks 126-107 in Chicago. So that was a helpful one for the Celtics, because now the Celtics are 2 games ahead of Atlanta in the loss column and 1 game ahead of Detroit in the loss column in the battle for the best record in the Eastern Conference. Coming into this game, the Celtics are averaging 113 points a game. Their opponents 107. The Celtics, of course, are coming off the loss yesterday at Los Angeles against the Lakers. A weird game. They were down by 20 at the half, had that brilliant third quarter to come from behind and go ahead. But that expended so much energy climbing that very big hill that by the time they got into the fourth quarter, they just flat ran out of gas against the Lakers, who had more of a bench to throw in against the Celtics and came out with a win. The Suns they're 2-2 since the All-Star game, and they've got some people here who can play. Larry Nance has a hip injury, so he will not be starting tonight, but he is an extraordinary player. The 2 guards, Humphries and Hornacek, are pretty good. Walter Davis coming off the bench isn't bad. Armin Gilliam, their rookie #1 draft choice, has promise of being an outstanding player in the league, but it is a lottery team. They're 15-31, and doesn't really seem as though they're going to be able to overhaul the 8th place team for the final spot in the Western playoffs, which would be San Antonio. So the Suns look like they're going to come out of this season in position to get themselves one of the top picks in the NBA draft. But they're still a dangerous club, Kuz, especially here at home. They had lost 10 out of 11 before winning the other night to even their record since the All-Star break at 2-2. And of course, when a team like this is playing at home and they look up into the crowd and more than half of the people are rooting for the other team, that's got to jack them up even more playing against the Celtics.
No, without question. Normally coming into this game off a loss yesterday afternoon, you would expect us to come in and really not have that much difficulty, because this is a team, as we said on top, that we're supposed to win. They don't have the offensive guns to compare with us, and so the emotion from yesterday and the additional strength that the Green have should have enabled us to come out of here with a win. Unfortunately, Robert Parrish went down. Our officials, Dick Pavetta on your left, Jim Capers on the right of your screen. Unfortunately, that is not the case, obviously, with Robert. But I'll tell you, these guys, Phoenix is hurting offensively tonight with two of the 3 of their leading scorers. One out in Edwards, and Nance hurting, just coming off an injury. The way to attack a team that is wounded offensively is with tough, aggressive defense quickly. In other words, try to establish a lead. Try to establish intimidation in the first quarter. If you can do that and get them down 10 or 12 or 15 points, even at home, given their offensive weapons or the neutralization of the offensive weapons, it will not be easy for them to come back. But I think you're better off making that effort on top of the game rather than, in the second half.
Waiting for a Garrison finish.
Yep.
Akers and Adams jump, and the Suns control the tap. And this is Hornacek working it off to Gilliam, that #1 pick. They swing it back around. Eddie Johnson is starting at the other forward position for Phoenix. He is a scorer, Johnson. Jay Humphries for Phoenix, looking low for Alvin Adams. Akers, the matchup there with him. This is Gilliam, the powerful first-round draft pick, coming up short with his opening shot. Gilliam has only played 19 games this season. He missed the early part of the year with an injury. Bird, who's continuing to play superbly on this trip, was fouled by Eddie Johnson, and Larry will go to the line to shoot 2. The Celtics matchup situation in this game, big edge for the Celtics up front. You've got Gilliam at 6'9", Eddie Johnson at 6'7", and Alvin Adams, their starting center, comes in at 6'9", while the Celtics counter with Akers at 6'10", Bird at 6'9", McHale at almost 6'11". So the Celtics have excellent matchups up front.
Bird should have a big night. They don't have anyone to guard him. Certainly not Fast Eddie, who's a shooter, not a particularly aggressive defensive player. And they're going to have to go inside to McHale more often. They're going to have to get more production out of him with Robert out.
This is Johnson, and now Alvin Adams, who's been around. This is his 13th year in the NBA. Gilliam, the #1 pick. Now Humphries. Again, Gilliam trying to work in on McHale with a hook shot. Rebound by Hornacek. He's a scrappy guard, Iowa State. Adams always been able to shoot outside, but misses on that one. And Dennis Johnson, who had some outstanding years here at Phoenix with a rebound.
What a pressure.
Finds Akers cutting through. Beautiful job.
Fine pass by Danny Ainge. Good movement without the ball by Akers. That's the advantage a rookie like Akers has in a starting position. Defense doesn't take him seriously. He moves well without the ball, finds those open spots. He's going to create some layups for himself.
Johnson traded over here in the offseason from Sacramento. Adams, now Hornacek, and they get it low to Eddie Johnson, baseline, and that's what he does so very well. 8th-year player from Illinois can really score points in a hurry, averaging 17 a game. Celtics lead 4-2 in the opening minute and a half of play. McHale on the alley-oop pass, doesn't hit it, could not get the rebound. Armin Gilliam does, and dumps it out to Jay Humphries. It's 3-on-3. The pull-up by Johnson. Rebound slapped out of Bird's hands by Gilliam.
Good, strong kid.
Sure is. Outside Humphries. And the rebound by Kevin McHale. Gilliam is 6'9", 245 pounds. Bird winds up, buries it.
Bird's going to have a big one tonight, I think. Coming off a soft one in L.A. yesterday, I'll tell you, they put everyone but the ushers on him. Double, triple teamed him. And it was somewhat effective. He was about 8 for 22, so the only soft one he's had on his trip.
The Celtics, without Robert Parrish in the middle for most of that game, they were able to double on McHale and Bird and triple on either one if they wanted to, which took away a big part of the Celtics arsenal. Bird on the miss. Celtics are leading 6-4 with 9.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Hornacek pushing it back to Adams on the cut. He does not hit it. Bird gets the rebound.
Adams has always been a finesse type of power forward. I don't know that power forward is apropos. Certainly he doesn't become a tiger at center either, so he can hurt you from outside. He won't give you that kind of defensive boards.
EJ missing wildly. Ahead to Humphries looking to tie. No. Rebound Bird.
Celtics got a break.
Danny Ainge and Dennis Johnson are 2-on-2. It is Johnson on the pass from Ainge.
Celtics have to be patient on their offense. They got to run if they get a chance. Again, with the offensive weapons they have, in contrast to Phoenix, I think they won an up-tempo game. But they've got to have patience on offense because they can't take. I think these guys are going to collapse inside to deal with Kevin. They can't take that quick outside shot.
8-6. Celtics are leading 8.5 minutes to play first quarter. Bird has 4 points. Now make it 6.
Yeah, it's flowing for Bird tonight.
Isn't it? Direct line from his hand to the basket. 8:20 to go first quarter. Humphries. He's one of the guys rumored to possibly be traded to Detroit. Eddie Johnson. Rebound to Mark Akers.
Eddie's going to have, Johnson's going to have a headache by the end of the first quarter, let me tell you, unless they make a defensive adjustment.
DJ. Now Bird up top. Little move on Johnson. DJ baseline. Rebound to the other side to Adams. In the middle, it comes to Humphries. Johnson almost broke up the play for the Celtics. Kicks it off. Nice play by Ainge as he prevented Gilliam from coming in on the wing to score. It'll be Phoenix ball. Our next game Wednesday night, 9:30 from Denver. Friday night, 10:30 from Portland when the Celtics close out this trip.
Casey looking unusually contented on that bench. Gilliam shows a left-handed half hook. Bird saved it.
Dennis Johnson pushing it down for the Celtics. He waits for his big people, Akers and Bird, to get up court. McHale is being guarded by Adams. The fastball intended for Bird is out of bounds off the Celtics. It'll be Phoenix ball. 7:36 to go. First quarter, 10-6 Celtics. Hornacek played at Iowa State. This is his second season. He was a second-round pick who's done well for this club. Ainge on Hornacek. Danny, of course, yesterday with 2 3-pointers. Now every 3-pointer he hits for Bird on the block of Eddie Johnson's shot. Back into the hands of Adams. Ainge, on every 3-point shot he hits the rest of the season, will increase his own NBA record of 3-point hoops. He hit 92 and 93 yesterday, breaking the old record of 92 set by Darrell Griffith. So Danny will got about 35 more games in which to work on that record that he's going to establish, that he already has established. Bird with another jump shot, flowing very smoothly for Larry. He has 8 points in the Celtics lead, 12-8. 6:40 to go in the first quarter, and the Suns, I thought, were looking for a timeout, but no.
No, Eddie Johnson's looking for a timeout. He doesn't have the tools to deal with Bird. He's giving him the position number one, and he doesn't play him aggressively, doesn't deny him, and lets him do what he wants, and you just can't play Larry Bird that way.
Phoenix, not a good rebounding team to begin with. Only Nance is a rebounder. They find McHale low and a whistle and foul on the Suns, which will be their second team foul. The Celtics have none. Timeout on the floor, 6:17 to go, first quarter. Celtics have led it all the way so far. It's 12-8 Boston. Catch the fun on Taxi weeknights at 7:30 on WLVI TV. This program authorized under telecasting rights granted by the Boston Celtics solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Boston Celtics and WLVI TV is prohibited. Early in this first quarter, Phoenix is 4 of 15. The Celtics are 5 of 9 shooting. Phoenix at 26%, the Celtics at 56%. Rebounding 8-7 Boston. Johnson in the inbounds to Bird. McHale low. DJ takes it right to the hoop. Feeds off to Akers, but called for traveling on the feed. Second Boston turnover.
Close call there, but probably accurate. It looked like DJ shoveled that pivot foot a little bit after he came to a stop. Play was there, though. Akers' movement without the ball created a shot for him if Dennis could have gotten it to him.
Gilliam trying to set up position low on Bird. Hyman's a strong young man. Overshoots his target, however. Mark Akers has the rebound for the Celtics.
I'll tell you, if Gilliam is their only inside threat, they're going to be in trouble because he's been able to do nothing. Just doesn't have the moves yet. Takes up a lot of room. Big, strong kid, but just doesn't have the offensive moves to create baskets for himself or good opportunities against McHale or Bird. DJ from outside.
14-8 Celtics. That's their biggest lead of the game. 6 points here in the first quarter with 5.5 minutes to play. Phoenix has never led, nor have they been tied in this game. Gilliam played Nevada, Las Vegas. Eddie Johnson. Now Humphries. They kick it way out for a three. Jeff Hornacek, three-point hoop. He's there. It's only his 7th three-point basket of the season, so he doesn't take too many. Matter of fact, as a team, they've only made 42. Larry Bird, second on the Celtics in three-point baskets with 47. Ainge behind the McHale screen. Kevin gets a hand on it, keeps it alive for Ainge. 14-11. Bird, oh, what a path to the basket. I mean, Larry saw that. His eyes go wide as saucers.
I'll tell you, he's turning Johnson every way but loose. I mean, this kid doesn't. That time he's giving him room, and Bird still blew by him. Johnson, however, answers with a nice move. He's an offensive machine. Remember with Kansas City and Sacramento, for some strange reason, Sacramento let him go. It seems to me, they could use a little of his offense. Although, as we've told you, he won't blow anybody away on the defensive end, but he can fill that hole up. He's the one guy that's out there now, other than Davis, who comes off the bench, who is a big game offensive guy. He's capable of 30 or even 40 points.
Three-point play by Johnson makes it 16-14, and Larry Bird rattles in 2 more, and it's 18-14, and Larry has 12 points in the first quarter. Matter of fact, Bird has missed only 1 shot here in the first quarter. Humphries, Johnson, Humphries again. Way outside, just inside the three-point arc. Another rebound for Bird. He's got 4 or 5 here in the quarter to go with his 12 points. Ainge kicking it back to Dennis Johnson. McHale and Akers trying to set up low in the twin double post. And the ball was thrown away as McHale could not get away from the hold of Gilliam.
He hadn't been able to take advantage of Kevin inside, as we said on top. Unless Larry continues, gets 50 or 60, they're going to need Kevin's offense inside.
Larry Nance is at the scorer's table getting set to check in for Phoenix, and we have a whistle and a foul on Mark Akers. For Mark, that's his second personal foul. And that is the second on the Celtics as a team. Phoenix also has 2. Larry Nance is in for Phoenix. He replaces Armin Gilliam. And for the Celtics, Dennis Johnson is out and Dirk Minifield is in. Nance Nance is a thoroughbred player.
He's a good one. Leaper, great movement, good shooter. He'll give Kevin much more trouble than Gilliam did.
Good work by Akers pulling out of the pack with that rebound. Minifield, Bird. Larry has 12. 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Ainge trying to get Humphrey to commit. Goes up with a baseline shot. Akers on a nice follow. Good job by Mark Akers. He's played very well here in this first quarter, Coos.
Kid is active. He's big, strong. He's active. He responds to everything that's going on out there, both offensively, where he's picked up a couple of hoops with his movement without the ball, and defensively. Really, the only weakness in his game at this point, obviously experience and over-fouling. You know, being a little too aggressive in terms of what he's trying to do.
Nice block by McHale, but he's going to be called for a foul as he blocked the shot or attempted shot of Larry Nance. Timeout on the floor. 2:52 left here in the first quarter. Celtics lead it by 4 points, 6 points rather, 20-14. 50%. Phoenix 6 of 19, 31%. 7 rebounds for the Suns, 13 rebounds for the Celtics. For the Celts, Artis Gilmore is in, replacing Mark Akers, who had a solid opening quarter with 4 points and 4 or 5 rebounds. And at the line, Larry Nance to shoot 2 shots for the Phoenix Suns.
Good opportunity here for Artis to show the Celtics what he can do. He has not been particularly effective up to now, as we mentioned on top. Whether it's a question of still acclimating himself to the Celtics offense and defense or getting himself into shape. The point is he's got an opportunity against the team without really a strong center, you know, so he can function and play a valuable role tonight.
Celtics lead 20-16 after the 2 Nance free throws. Nance is a 21-point per game average scorer along with another 10 rebounds. There's McHale scoring from low for only the first time in the game. His first basket. This is Nance. He rumored to be going to Detroit, but I'll tell you, he's the one guy they have that they can build a team around.
Good movement, as you can see. Kevin's going to have to give him that outside shot for a while, make him prove it, because he'll continue to take it in effectively.
Bird for the Celtics still has Eddie Johnson on him. Now Gilmore came out to set a pick, did not roll, so Bird banks it home. 14 points in the quarter for Larry Bird. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 24-18. Hornacek and now Nance straight out. He won the slam dunk contest first year they had it. Very
he's a
acrobatic guy.
He saw as good athlete, good basketball player. But he's not a center, and that's the position he's being called upon to play tonight.
Nance with a very athletic move to the basket for 2.
Celtics are not giving Kevin help quickly enough, because that time he forced him to the outside. He's got to force Nance to the middle. Overplay him to the outside, whichever side he's on. Don't give him, you know, that baseline. So you're in a position for the guards to sag in and give him help, because he is very effective putting it to the floor, as he's just demonstrated the last couple of times.
Ainge from 20 knocks it down. First 2 of the game for Danny Ainge. Yeah. Now the Celtics press a little bit in the backcourt.
Danny will get some opportunities tonight, because if we start going into Kevin with any consistency, you're going to be sure that they'll be tapping down. Nice defensive play.
35th block of the year for Larry Bird. Ainge on the wing for 3. No. Rebound. It's going to be Phoenix ball. 59 seconds left in the quarter. Walter Davis comes in for Phoenix, replacing Jeff Hornacek. So that makes Humphries the point guard and Davis the shooting guard. And Davis can do that. 26-20, Celtics are leading. They've led all the way.
You're going to see Minifield hounding the point guard, whoever he happens to be. He's Humphries at the moment, but it was Hornacek a while ago. That's part of his function, what Casey's got him in there to do.
Humphries from out, rebound McHale. Celtics really taking good care of the rebounding tonight, not giving Phoenix many second shots. Bird for 3.
He feels it.
Boy, is he smoking. Larry has 17 first quarter points.
He's taking them inside, he's taking them long, he's taking them short, he's taking a little fall away, he's driven by him. I'll tell you, Johnson's going to be talking to himself soon. Because now Johnson's still in there.
Gilliam straight out. Floats it home. Harmon Gilliam. 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Minifield pushing it down. Goes all the way through and is fouled. Suns committing their 3rd team foul. So it's a possession foul with 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Dennis Johnson will come in for the Celtics. And he's going to replace whom? No one's out yet. Replaces Ames. Okay.
Good foul by the Suns. There was 6 seconds left. Could have created a shot. Be a little tougher to do with one, but Bird does it.
Another 3 for Larry Bird.
Oh, boy.
Hit 2 3-point hoops in the first quarter. Larry scored 20 points in the first 12 minutes of play. After one at Phoenix, it is the Celtics 32, the Suns 22. When I put exclamation point Larry Bird put on the end of the first quarter.
There was 2 seconds left. We said it'd be difficult for him to get a shot off, but I'll tell you, great shooters, become even more effective when they know that that you can't put the defensive pressure on them. And well, now he's got Sanders. Let's see how hard Sanders works. Good work.
Right over the Phoenix backup player who just checked into the ball game for the Suns. Isn't that Cook? No, that wasn't Cook. Armin Gilliam. Gilliam had been trying to guard Gilmore as a forward, trying to guard the 7'2" center. I thought they put in the backup center on Gilmore, but no, they've got Armin Gilliam on him. They've got Nance and Lohas, who's in for the Celtics. Brad, nice move, and he gets 2.
I'll tell you what, we talked to that young man the other night at halftime about, when was he going to go inside and start creating something. And,
he's been working on it.
Yeah, that's what he told me, and he looked pretty effective on that one.
Gilliam dumps it inside, and the steal by Dirk Minifield. Celtics lead at 36-22. Dirk all the way, called for traveling. Larry Bird's numbers in the first quarter, he hit 8 of 9 shots, 2 from 3-point range, both free throws, and he had 5 rebounds.
Great play by Minifield until he got to the foul line and dipped his shoulder and decided to take it in himself. The opening wasn't there. Should have pulled up and let the play develop.
All right, the Suns have Davis, Sanders, Nance, Gilliam out there. The jump hook is missed. Armin Gilliam with a very strong rebound, loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball coming down.
Good effort by Gilliam. Went right over 7-foot Brad Lohas. Caught him by surprise. Watch this. Watch him now. Lohas is in good position. Gilliam just right over, tears it out of his hands. But unfortunately takes it out of bounds with him.
Celtics start this quarter with Minifield and Johnson at the guards. Gilmore at center. Bird and Lohas at the forwards. Larry looking inside. Gilmore trying to set up position. Lohas kicks it back. Now Minifield is the open man on the wing. Does not hit the open jumper. Mike Sanders has the rebound.
They're starting to trap Bird, so that 15-foot on the weak side is going to open up for Minifield. We might watch for it.
Played 2 minutes of the second quarter. The Suns have yet to score. Nance on the runner. No basket. Offensive foul. Offensive foul on Larry Nance.
You can play him for that. As he's already showed you, he wants to put it to the floor. He wants to get it in there. He's good at it, but if you close it up, as Lohas just did, good lateral movement, you're going to pick up some charges on the big guy.
Minifield gets it low to Lohas for the left-handed jump hook from that side of the floor. Does not have it. He's also working on a right-handed jump hook.
Just rushed it a bit. Had the position and had the shot. He rushed it. Nance.
He stepped out of bounds.
Another break for the Celtics.
Suns still haven't scored in this quarter. We played 2.5 minutes of the second quarter. Celtics have a 14-point lead. Bird is fouled, and the reach-in foul by Mike Sanders.
Sanders, unlike Johnson, his predecessor, who held Bird to 20 in the first quarter, is playing deny and then good solid pressure with the ball, and it's had a momentary, effect on Bird's production.
Sanders, however, is only 6'6". Larry goes behind his back, but ran into Lohas. Now here comes Nance. Open court, dumps it off to Sanders. Now baseline Humphreys, and the Suns takes them 2 minutes and 45 seconds before they score their first points of the second quarter. Kevin McHale getting set to check back in shortly. He'll probably come in for Bird. Minifield backs up. Larry. Now Minifield takes it all the way, dumps it off to Gilmore. He was fouled as he went up for the shot. And Artis will go to the line to shoot 2.
Okay, not bad. Good penetration by Minifield. Dropped the pass down. Big guy went up. Watch him. He's going to leave the ground too soon. See, a step to the basket is what he needs. One step. You know, he jumps up in the air a little prematurely and allows the defense to get back in there. One big giant step would have, I think, given him a dunk.
Artis is having his troubles at the foul line where he's only shooting 50% on the season. He'll get one more. Misses them both, and the rebound goes to Nance. Danny Ainge had gone to the locker room for some work with Eddie Lacerte, the trainer. We're going to have to check on that for you in a moment. Nance backing McHale in, misses the jump hook. Gilmore the rebound. Outlets it to Minifield. Celtics lead 36-24. Dirk, DJ baseline jumper. Walter Davis bumps into Minifield, and we're going to get the foul on Minifield, which will be the Celtics' first team foul.
That's fine. Good foul. Good pressure. Almost picked up a charge. You've got to give the man enough room to change his position when you come in blind, but he had that. As a matter of fact, I thought he might call the walk on the play.
Davis baseline. Nance. Acrobatic move for 2. 36-26. Celtics with a 10-point lead. They have led right from the beginning. Phoenix has not yet led, nor have they tied at all in this game.
Still not looking inside to McHale enough. Now they're going in.
Minifield, outside jumper, knocks it home.
That's going to show for him.
First 2 points of the night for Dirk.
I'll tell you, the kid has the confidence in the shot. Coming into the Celtics, he wasn't supposed to be a shooter, but really we haven't seen that.
Shot over 50% since getting here, 52, which is pretty good shooting percentage for a guard. Long cross-court pass to Jay Humphries. Goes all the way through, and that's a charge. Whoa.
Good job by DJ. Out of position, was guarding someone on the weak side, anticipated the Humphrey penetration, moved right over there and took the charge.
So it'll be Dennis Johnson who inbounds to Dirk Minifield. 7.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Wednesday night, 9:30 from Denver. Friday night, 10:30 from Portland, Oregon. McHale now has the 6'6" Sanders on him, and Kevin easily.
That time they got it in there to Kevin. Only his second hoop, but I'll tell you, he'll produce something every time for them if they can clear that side where the top down is a little delayed. Kevin can do a number on whoever guards him in there.
Timeout taken by the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics have equaled their biggest lead here in the first half. 14-point Boston Bulge, 40-26 with 7:15 left here in the first half. For Broadway, you could be heading for Hollywood. Find out how to enter the Facts of Life contest tomorrow night at 7 on WLVI TV. Word on Danny Ainge, he twisted his ankle, went to the locker room to have it retaped. Statistics so far, first half, Celtics shooting 64%, 18 of 28. Phoenix at 37% with 11 of 30. The rebounding 17-11 Boston.
Other than Larry Bird's display, the Celtics have also dug in defensively, as we hoped they would do early, and have created that bulge for themselves. Davis.
It's a 2-point shot just inside the arc. His first 2 of the game. 40-28, Celtics are leading. Minifield, Johnson, McHale, Gilmore, and Lojas on the floor for the Celtics. For the Suns, I've got Hornacek and Davis out there with Nance. Sanders, there's a running hook by Lojas in the miss. Nance Gilliam, rather, and Alvin Adams, who's just checked back in. Gilliam nearly lost it. Boy, he's a big lad. Cutting to the basket, Hornacek lost the handle on it, but we're going to get a Celtics foul on Dirk Minifield. 2 shots coming up for Jeff Hornacek.
Danny Ainge getting ready to check back in.
As is Larry Bird.
Minifield done a pretty good job while he was in there. Hit that shot.
Lojas and Minifield come out for the Celtics. Ainge and Bird are back in.
Case is happy if Minifield can just give him the defense. You know, any offense he gives him is a plus, but if he just is able to deny and pressure that point guard, make it a little tougher for him, perhaps not to start the play in the half-court set, or push the offense out a little bit further from the basket than it normally likes to start, and that's what that kind of pressure should affect, then the kid's done the job.
The 2 free throws go for Jeff Hornacek, and it's 40-30. Celtics lead is back down to 10 points. 6.5 minutes left first half. Bird at 20 in the first quarter. There's his first 2 of the second quarter. Larry's only missed 1 shot tonight.
Just
steal to the inbound. Didn't get it.
Just in case you thought that he'd forgotten how to do it since the first quarter, Bird reminds them that there's 3 more quarters of Larry Bird offense to look forward to.
Nance and now Alvin Adams. Outside Davis. He can still do that. Walter Davis, his 11th year in the NBA.
Can't fall asleep on that weak side pick when Davis is involved. You got to concentrate on him because he's a shooter.
Larry with several moves getting it to Gilmore, but Artis traveled with it.
Yeah, just taking him too long to wind it up. When you're 7-2 and you're under the basket and someone throws it to you, there's no one guarding you. Just go up there and slam. You don't have to prepare yourself for it. That's the mistake he's making.
Adams baseline goes around Bird, and we're going to get a foul on Larry Bird. And that'll put Alvin Adams at the free throw line. You look at it again.
Yeah, there's Adams with the good position. Fine head and shoulder fake. Gets Bird off his feet. Gilmore over to help out, but by then Bird has created some contact.
That's Larry's first personal foul of the ball game, and the Celtics 3rd as a team. The Suns have 2 as a team here in this quarter. Neither team got into the penalty in the first quarter. Adams always been a good foul shooter.
Oklahoma kid. Somehow or other, I don't see him on a horse with a couple of 6 shooters ready to draw down on somebody, right?
McHale and now Bird. Larry has 22 points. Looking for 24. Oh, he missed a shot. Wait a minute. What's wrong?
Well,
he got fouled.
Very good
foul.
foul.
Okay. Well, Larry will go to the line to shoot 2. The free throw situation in this game, the Suns are 7 of 7. Celtics are 2 of 4. Larry Nance goes out. Eddie Johnson is back in for the Suns. That gives the Suns a small lineup again. Gilliam at 6'9", Adams at 6'9", and Eddie Johnson at 6'7", while the Celtics go 7'2", 6'9", and 6'10" in the front court.
Took Eddie a while to get in there. He was pleading with the coach.
Well, I don't want to guard Bird.
Please don't
Artis
put me
on
in
the
there
steal.
again. Artis.
Larry takes it all the way, dumps it off for Gilmore, and he is fouled. Larry with 24 points here in the first half, looking to feed his big man Gilmore underneath, and Artis got chopped as he went up for the shot. There's the inbound steal by Gilmore. And Artis continues to struggle at the free throw line. He's 0 for 3. 4. No, it's 44-34. The Celtics lead by 10. Robert Parrish not here tonight. He's gone back home because of the back injury he suffered yesterday against the Lakers, and in all likelihood will not be back out here on the remainder of the trip, which has 2 games left after this one. Another rebound by Gilmore. Ahead to Larry Bird. Blows right by Johnson. Missed the shot. Rebound DJ, and the Celtics will restart it.
Got Bird in the corner.
Looks for 3. No. Rebound Hornacek.
Gilmore has not been able to knock him in from the line, but he's done a good job on the defensive board. Another one there, almost had it. Did he lose the handle? Yep.
And off the Suns.
Yeah, he's gotten the job done under the boards.
He and Akers both did. Point production, Akers had 4 and Gilmore 2. 4:20 to play, first half. Celtics leading by 10, have led it all the way. McHale weaves in, gets the 2, and was fouled, and the basket counts.
The offense, has been flowing so well. Well, obviously Bird's had such an exceptional night so far, and the transition game has been going pretty well, that they haven't had the opportunity to go to Kevin. But just about every time they've gone to him, with one exception, I think, when they trapped down effectively, you know, he's produced something over there.
That puts the Celtics into free throw shooting the rest of the half as the Suns are over the limit. The Celtics still have one foul to waste here in this quarter before they get to the maximum of 4. Gilliam. Now Hornacek. One of, I think they had 3 second-round picks a year ago. Hornacek was one of them, and he made the club. Gilliam, whistle and foul on the drive by Armin Gilliam. Foul is on Artis Gilmore. And that's the A-Train's first personal foul, the Celtics' 4th as a team. Mark Akers getting set to check back in for the Celtics. And it comes to Hornacek. Whoa, couple of steps there for Walter Davis, but they overlooked it.
Davis is tough. He's overcome, I guess, all of his personal problems, which were well documented the last few years. Strange thing about him, he's been in the league 11 years. His most prolific scoring year was the first. He averaged 24. He's never done that again. That's unusual for a superstar, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, most superstars get better. This kid was great his first year. This is offensively. He's a good ball player.
20-second timeout as Bird came up limping a little bit with his right foot. There's a 20-second timeout, and you're watching the Boston Celtics television network. When defending, he said 1988-89 will be his last season in the NBA. And there's some talk that he might play that season next year with a new expansion team in Charlotte, because he's a North Carolina product. Grew up in North Carolina, played at North Carolina.
Well, I don't see any diminution in quickness or speed, so I would think, you know, he can still...
he says he only wants to play one more.
Yeah, well...
Bird, 26 and a half for Larry. Akers is in, by the way, and Gilmore is down for a rest. So the Celtics starting 5 is out there for the final 3 minutes of the first half. And Larry, who just kind of twisted his right foot a little bit, apparently he's okay because he stayed out there. And also got Adams, nice drive. 3 minutes to go in the half. The Celtics lead by 10 points, 38-28. McHale just wheels for 2 on Gilliam. That was like ice cream with jimmies on it. Nance did a pretty decent job against McHale, but Gilliam isn't going to have a chance. Hornacek out. He's averaging 9 points a game along with 7 assists, so he's been doing the job they've asked of him. 10-point Celtics lead again.
Point guard isn't their problem. They obviously need consistent inside help, but as we told you, Edwards, McHale, they're not tapping down for some reason. And, you know, the young, what was he, the second pick in the country last year. So they think highly of him, but he's just not prepared to give Kevin much of a go defensively without getting help from on top.
Davis trapped in the corner, lets it go. Walter Davis.
Nice looking basketball play. 8 points now in the second quarter for Waller.
The steal by Davis on the pass intended for Akers. It comes ahead to Hornacek with 2 minutes left in the half.
Careless pass there.
Travel. Boston ball coming back. Timeout on the floor with 1 minute and 54 seconds to play in the first half. The Celtics continue to cruise along with ease and dispatch here in this opening half. They lead it by 10.
There's a difference.
Celtics yearbook available for you diehard Celtics fans with photographs, facts, and vital information of all your favorite players. To get your copy, send $6.50, including postage and handling, to Celtics yearbook, 150 Causeway Street, Boston, 02114. Larry Bird, by the way, has exactly half of the Celtics' first half points, 26 out of 52.
I was just going to say, defense is the primary weakness of this team, and they certainly aren't doing anything different tonight. Celtics shooting 60%, primarily because of a lack of real dig-in, aggressive, intensive defense.
Bird floating it to McHale. Great pass. A great pass from Bird to McHale.
10 points for Kevin in the second quarter. They've started to concentrate on him, and he's responded.
54-42. Minute and 25 seconds left in the first half. Johnson getting it to Gilliam, the big man on the turnaround. Had a pretty good touch from about 10 or 12 feet in with that little jump shot of his. He's had a couple tonight in the game. And you can see where they've got to love him as a prospect.
Yeah, they can't make a mistake on this kid. They made a mistake on Bedford, the kid they thought was going to be the center of the future. Now he's in Detroit not playing very much, so
DJ.
DJ with a nice release. 6 points for D.
Inside a minute to play in the first half, just in. Celtics by 12. Their biggest lead has been 14. They have never trailed. They have never been tied. They jumped out to a 4-0 lead and have stayed in front ever since. Gilliam with a left-handed running hook. Bird the rebound. And Larry brings it down himself. All he did in the first quarter was score 20, including a pair of threes. Ainge. Oh, Celtics are just, I mean, they're making it look so easy.
They're not helping each other, you know. If they were trapping and collapsing and bringing people over from the weak side and all, at least give themselves the best shot at it. They're trying to play the Celtics straight up, and they simply have too many offensive weapons, even with Robert Parrish out.
That's the time remaining in the quarter. There's a difference of 6 seconds between that and the shot clock, so they get off an air ball, and that'll be Boston ball with 7 seconds left in the half. They never got a shot away or one that touched the basket. So it'll be Boston ball with 7 seconds to go in the half and lots of time.
Why don't we give it to Bird?
Might as well. He's hit a couple. They do. Larry fires it. 20.
Yes!
29 points. A three-pointer for Bird. 29 points in the first half for Larry Bird. And another incredible performance for old number 33.
I'm glad they listened to our advice. Not that it was particularly necessary.
We've come to the end of one half in Phoenix, Arizona, where Larry Bird guns in 29, and the Celtics leave the floor with a 17-point lead, 61-44. Celtics invite you to enter our Celtics Dream Night contest. You and a guest receiving 2 tickets for a Celtics home game, hotel dinner, and your own limousine to the Garden, plus a $100 Stop and Shop gift certificate. To enter, just fill out an official entry form at any participating Stop and Shop. Keep watching Channel 56 to find out if you're a winner. Kuz, not too much doubt about the story of the first half. Larry Bird, 29 points. The Celtics getting their offense as easily as they want it in this one. They lead by 17.
You know, when you're wounded, you come out and get it done with the defense and the boards, and that's where they tightened their belt and did the job and just got the lead we were talking about on top that they can kind of sit back and relax with and turn Larry Bird loose, and it's as easy as that.
Larry's got 29 in the first half, which is his season average. Want to remind you not to forget to enter the Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout. All you have to do to win a color TV and a Celtics jacket is name the Celtic you think will score first in the fourth quarter. To enter, send your name, address, and telephone number to the Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout. Post Office Box 56, Boston 02125. Keep watching to see if you win. At the half, it is the Celtics 61 and Phoenix 44. When we come back, we'll check the third quarter and see how many Larry can score there. With an edge in every statistical department except free throw shooting, where they missed 5 out of 9. That principally was Artis Gilmore. Artis had himself a difficult time missing his 4 free throw attempts in the first half. But Larry Bird, for example, was 11 of 15 from the floor, including 3 of 3 from three-point range, 4 of 4 at the foul line. He had 6 rebounds and 6 assists, 29 points. So 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. That's a heck of a game for anybody in the NBA, and that man there did it in the first half of play.
Yeah, but what has he done for us lately?
Yeah. Well, he hit a three-point shot at the buzzer. Matter of fact,
nothing during the halftime warm-up.
He hit 3-pointers at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter, at the end of the second quarter.
Exactly.
Tell you what, the Celtics shot 64% from the floor. Out-rebounded Phoenix 20-16. Mark Akers started at center, 4 rebounds, 4 points. Artis Gilmore came off the bench, and he scored 2 points with 3 rebounds.
Well, their weakness coming into the game, Phoenix's, was defense and rebounding, and that's pretty much what they demonstrated here in the first half. Celtics shooting at 64%, well above their 51% league leading statistic, and they out-rebounded Phoenix 20-16.
DJ trying to whip the fastball to Ainge, cutting the baseline, and the Suns sniffed that one out. Humphries, Hornacek, Adams, Johnson. Foul's going to be called on either McHale or Bird. They were both there. It's going to be McHale picking up the personal foul. Kevin was the only other Celtic in double figures, by the way, in the first half with 12. Evan picks up his second foul. It's Hornacek and Humphries at the guards, Gilliam and Johnson at the forwards, and Adams at center for the Suns. Celtics, Johnson, Ainge, Akers, Bird, and McHale.
Humphreys gets his 3rd point of the night. Celtics are going to have to now not just sit on this lead obviously, you know, build on it, continue obviously looking for the good shots. They can match hoops as long as they don't get careless and continue to play the defense. They've done that up to now.
Akers and now DJ for the Celtics. McHale has it low. Gilliam's on him. Kevin over Gilliam, misses the shot. Eddie Johnson the rebound. Hornacek pushing it down for Phoenix. Johnson pull up for 2. So the Suns start the quarter with the first 4 points, and the Celtics immediately want a timeout. Timeout called by K.C. Jones only 44 seconds into the 3rd quarter, where the Suns have chopped the Celtics lead to 13 points, 61-48. Saturday evening, March 12th, World Trade Center. Includes a cocktail reception, dinner raffle, and auction. For reservations and ticket information, call 617-482-3370. McHale low on Gilliam. And a whistle, and we're going to get illegal defense warning against Phoenix. That's the first one of the game. So it is a warning against the Suns.
Still a little ambivalent about whether they go down and, you know, trap McHale.
Now they are.
Killed him. Now that time he went. You know, he wasn't sure whether he wanted to go. Dennis continues to be careless with his passing. Started off the half that way. That's what a lot of times will create a momentum change. You know, it's fine to sit on the lead, but make sure you come down and get a good shot every time down. That's a walk, I think, unless he calls a...
yeah, he called a foul on Akers. That'll be Mark's 3rd personal foul. Celtics 2nd as a team. Suns have none here in the quarter. Celtics have yet to score in the 3rd quarter.
Akers has got to be careful with Adams. Very mobile, big man. He's got to play defense with the feet on him, not with the hands as he did that time.
Gilliam and a whistle, and traveling is the call on Armin Gilliam. That'll be Celtics ball. We played a minute and a half of the 3rd quarter, and the Celtics have yet to score. Matter of fact, they've only taken 1 shot. They've turned the ball over twice out of 3 possessions. Johnson with Jay Humphreys on him.
Phoenix offense continues to lack any continuity. It's difficult to play without the center in there. That will pretty much break it down to a transition or a fast break offense. DJ
got it with only 2 on the shot clock, so he had to get one away. Humphreys comes back for Phoenix. Hornacek, and now Eddie Johnson. Rebound, Kevin McHale. Celtics offense here in the 3rd quarter, not nearly as sharp as it was in the first 2. I don't know if it's because of better Phoenix defense. I tell you, Dennis Johnson worked that basket.
DJ had his mind made up on that one. He was going to go for it, and he finally did. Just simply overpowered the man with a good, strong move.
Another foul on the Celtics, the 3rd team foul in Boston, the 1st in Danny Ainge. Larry Nance comes in for Phoenix, replacing Gilliam.
Gilliam has not gotten a great deal done tonight. But part of that is having to go against McHale without probably his first look at Kevin.
Hornacek has Akers on him in a switch. That means Dennis Johnson is guarding the center, Alvin Adams. Adams goes over DJ but doesn't hit it, and Larry Bird is tied up by Alvin Adams for a jump ball. Celtics leading by 15, have led it all the way. There's a replay of it. Larry back taps it to Mark Akers, and they'll jump again.
Oh boy, Larry's got to be upset at that one because he took a whack hit. That's what he's saying. He's saying, God, you're getting me killed and you're going to do it again? That was a bad toss. It was way off to the side. Sometimes those officials bail out a little too soon. I don't blame them because
official time for the jump ball.
If you're a little guy, you got to get that ball straight up and high enough, and you know you got to hang in there. A lot of times you can take a few whacks, and poor Richard doesn't have too much insulation up there.
Said Bird stole the tap, so it's going to be Phoenix ball.
Well, maybe the first Lord thing he's done all night.
Humphreys behind the pick from Adams. Ran DJ right into a pick.
Celtics letting down a bit.
Yeah. 63 to 50. The lead is down to 13. Akers finds DJ. They're looking for McHale low. They get him. They double up. Leaves DJ off to McHale again. Does not hit the shot. The Celtics are not shooting well here in this third quarter. Only got one hoop, and that was the one that Dennis Johnson really had to work out. Hornacek inside for two. The Suns cut it to 11. They've outscored the Celtics 8-2 here in the third quarter. And we have an offensive foul on Kevin McHale.
Phoenix with the momentum, and they deserve it. They've created it. Celtics letting down defensively, careless with the ball. And
the offense not even close to being smooth.
Phoenix simply has taken advantage of it.
Humphreys finding Larry Nance, and this man can score a lot of points on you. Goes over Kevin, no. Rebound Dennis Johnson. Larry at 29 in the first half has yet to take a shot here in the third quarter. Ainge goes to the baseline. Low to McHale. Block.
Good play by Adams.
Offensive foul on Jay Humphreys. He was sort of careening out of control there through the middle. There's the block by Adams.
Kevin just gets a little careless in that he tried to shoot it. You know, if he'd gone up there and slammed it, he'd have gotten himself too.
Bird off the pick and roll to McHale. Kevin was being ridden by Nance and never could even get his arms up.
Yeah, the contact, physical pressure just kicked him out of shot.
Played 4 minutes and 15 seconds in this third quarter, and the Suns have outscored the Celtics 10-2.
It looks like we're still going to have a game here.
Lead is down to 9, 63-54.
Can't relax on the road. You got to work to get the lead, then you got to continue to work to hold it.
Have a whistle and foul on Jay Humphreys. And on Humphreys, that'll be his third personal foul. Be put in play by Larry Bird. A lot of yelling going on out there between John Wetzel and some of the Suns on the bench. Ainge. No. Bird rebound. Larry Bird says, all right, let me take matters into my own hands here. 31 in the game for Bird. He also had 6 points and 6 assists and 6 rebounds at the half, so might be in it for a triple-double performance by Larry tonight. Eddie Johnson's got 15 points in this ballgame. He's played well offensively. Defensively, just can't stay with Larry. He misses the jumper, and the Suns come back, trailing by 9, and a chance to get it down to 7.
Celtics continuing to take the one-pass, one-shot offense, and that just encourages the team that has the momentum, which happens to be Phoenix at the moment.
Another rebound for Bird. That's 8 rebounds for him here in this basketball game to go with his 31 points. Nance doing a pretty good job of keeping McHale away from the ball. Larry matches his uniform number. Hornacek for the Suns, and the Celtics have built the lead back up to 11, 67-56. Whistle, and Mark Akers commits his 4th personal foul, and the Celtics 4th as a team. And that's going to necessitate a change as Artis Gilmore will come in for the Celtics, replacing Akers.
And again, an unnecessary foul takes him out of there. You know, he was guarding his man Adams. There was no need for him to slide over and give Humphreys a shot. Just unnecessary. We wanted to slow him down, but now when you've got 3 and now 4 and on the bench.
Goes low to Adams. Little jump hook over Gilmore. 67-58. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left, third quarter. Dennis Johnson to McHale low. Kevin with a quick jump hook. Kevin had a outstanding game yesterday against the Lakers with 25 points.
Yeah, he was about 11 for what?
11 for 14,
field,
something like that, yeah. They got Johnson from Sacramento for Ed Pinckney. And Pinckney hasn't played much for the Kings, so they did all right in that deal, although Pinckney still has promise. Whoa! Johnson went to the baseline. And
Johnson putting on a little show for the fans. He said it was a shot. I think the Celtics are over the limit anyway, so here, watch this now. He's got a step on the baseline. Gilmore comes out and bumps him, and he passes it to him. He said that was a shot. A little below target. Yeah. The way he's been shooting, I'll tell you, I wouldn't admit that was a shot. You know, he shot pretty well.
Got 2 free throws, looking to hit his average in the season, which is just under 17 points a game.
He's been known to get a few up, but I'll tell you why. He went to high school with Aguirre and Harper. So no wonder he's a gunner, you know. Tough to go 4 years without taking a shot, right?
It's been quite a high school team. Eddie Johnson's season high is 43. Bird, by the way, with 33 tonight. Ainge outside, does not get it. Artist Gilmore has the rebound, but he was fouled. Called the foul on Gilmore?
Yeah, he was riding.
I see, okay.
Yeah, he's riding Adams. Again, Celtics going for the quick outside shot. Hangs up, see, with the right hand, he just throwing Adams out of there.
Oh, it's a loose ball foul, which puts Alvin Adams at the free throw line. It is a 9-point Celtics lead, and that's the third on Gilmore. Celtics over the limit. The Suns have committed just 1 team foul. Celtics lead is down to 8. Boston has scored only 8 points in the quarter. Suns have scored 13.
Yeah, again, the inconsistency of concentration and effort continues to plague them. They play a fine first half. Everything goes their way. They dig in defensively, not many turnovers, etc. Come out in the second half and again play like they're asleep, making silly mistakes and taking the first shot that shows.
Suns, by the way, are perfect at the foul line, 13 out of 13. Jumpers missed by Dennis Johnson. The Suns can cut it to 5 on this trip. Adams kicking it in the middle to Johnson. He's been hot. Rebound Gilmore and Bird, but it goes right into the hands of Hornacek, and he lays it in. And now the Celtics want a timeout, and they need one, as Phoenix has been storming the Bastille here in the third quarter. They've outscored the Celtics 20-6. And now it's a 5-point game with 4:33 left in the third. Phoenix is 7 of 13 from the floor. The Celtics are 4 of 12. Phoenix is 6 of 6 at the line. The Celtics have yet to take a free throw. Phoenix has played hard in the third quarter, and the Celtics in general have not. McHale getting the entry pass from DJ, hits the jump hook. And it's 71-64, slowing the Phoenix rush. Humphries and now Hornacek.
Well, when they needed it, they went inside to McHale. Now if they can keep that in mind for the next 4 minutes, they'll get their lead back up there.
Humphries outside. Well, the Suns right now are in a pretty good flow. They're shooting about 54% in this quarter. Things are working well for them. Brad Lohas will be coming in for the Celtics as he goes up to the scorer's table. Ainge, 20-footer, rattles it in. 73-66. 3.5 minutes left in the third. Gilliam is back in for the Suns as he has replaced Alvin Adams. Hornacek for 3. Gilmore had the rebound but couldn't hang on, and Gilliam took it away. Now Nance. Straight out is Gilliam for the jumper.
Shows a nice touch from out there. Now if he develops him back to the basket move, this guy's going to be tough.
Celtics lead down to 5. Bird off the pick. Rebound, Jay Humphries. Suns can cut it to 3. Humphries off to Eddie Johnson. Air ball right to the hands of McHale, slapped out of his hands by Hornacek. but Kevin gets it up to Danny Ainge. Bird alone for three. Rebound Humphries. He's fouled by Ainge. Or Johnson. One of the two. They were both there. It's going to be Ainge.
Celts simply will not take Venus seriously, you know.
Apparently not.
Continue to just take indiscriminate shots.
Alojas comes in replacing Gilmore. Minifield is coming in to replace Dennis Johnson. And they're going to play Lojas at center or McHale at center. Lojas at forward. We'll take a look here now.
Well, if it creates a little more continuity on the half-court set. You know, get it out of your system on the transition game, but when you get it over here, make your 4 or 5 exchanges and go into McHale, or in this case, Lojas, and something's going to be created. Either an easier 15 or 16 footer outside or a good shot inside.
That free throw miss by Humphries was their first miss of the game. Well, they've got it down to 4. Celtics lead 73 to 69. Celtics led by 17 at the half. Bird through the middle. 35 for Larry Bird.
Nice little weak side pick that time. Creates the 16-footer for Bird.
Humphries quickly into the front court for the Phoenix Suns. Wednesday night, 9:30 New England time from Denver. Pre-game at 9 o'clock. Friday night, 10:30 for the Celtics Portland game. Gilliam in the lane. Air ball to the hands of Nance. Turnaround. Again, another short shot. Rebound by Bird. That's his 9th rebound of the game. Ainge alley-oop to McHale. Couple of fakes. Has it whacked out of his hand. Reach-in foul on Minifield.
Well, Kevin is saying, I got hammered under there. He laid some nice fakes on those big guys that were trying to pinch him in here. Danny reads the play nicely. McHale is isolated with a couple of guards, but Gilliam drops down quickly, and finally Hornacek strips him.
Only a minute 48 to go in the quarter. The Celtics well over the limit in fouls. The Suns have committed only 1. Phoenix in this quarter has taken 3, 6, 7 free throws. The 8th one coming up, or 9 free throws now. Celtics haven't taken any. Oh, it's a 4-point ball game. 75-71.
Well, Phoenix has been more aggressive. You know, they've simply taken it to the basket. Celtics have been satisfied with that outside offense, and that doesn't create foul shots for you.
McHale into the lane, gets it to roll.
That does.
Kevin is really doing a job down low with some heavy pressure from Nance and Gilliam, who are just squashing him every time he gets the ball.
Well, he's expecting it now, and he's making his move quicker. And as I say, they generally will get a hoop or a foul every time they go to McHale.
Kevin now with 18 points in the game. Nance swings it out to Humphries. Little leaner for 2.
Nice job by Humphries.
Minute and 10 seconds to go, third quarter, 77-73. They've got Lojas playing as the center. McHale as a forward. Ainge getting it to Bird. Now McHale, they double him. They swing it out. Ainge, whoa! Crushed by Hornacek.
Danny alertly tries to get it up. I don't know if they're going to give it to him because they are not over the foul limit.
No, it was not. Ruled a shot.
He released the motion, but he didn't have the ball.
No.
That's one thing about that. If you're going to shoot it, it's much better to go with the ball. Yeah. Yep.
You've been around this game a long time, so I like to pick up those little pointers from you.
Put that in your notebook and smoke it or something.
McHale. Walter Davis comes in for Phoenix. McHale lays a couple of moves on, but ball won't drop for him. Gilliam the rebound, and you know what? The Suns can get within 2 here.
When the team gets the momentum at home, everyone becomes a shooter.
Minifield, the rebound of the miss by Gilliam. Minifield stepped out of bounds with it. As he came down, his foot was out of bounds.
Everyone becomes a shooter, and that's a little beyond Gilliam's range, I would say. And also the breaks start to go your way. Yeah, he's over the line.
Yep. He put in play by Eddie Johnson to Walter Davis. Around the Nance pick, kicks it back to Nance to Davis. Fires away and a foul. And we'll put Walter Davis at the line with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. You know what? This is the reverse of what happened with the Celtics yesterday in Los Angeles, where they were down 20 at the half and came on in the third quarter to take the lead. It's just been the reverse here. The Celtics were up by 17 at the half. He hits the 2 free throws. It'll be down to 2.
Well, let's hope that the Celtics can now turn it around as LA did yesterday, but it's going to be a little more difficult to do here since Phoenix is the home team. And I'll tell you, they've got a head of steam up, and they've gotten the crowd into the game.
2 free throws for Walter Davis. 77 to 75. Celtics lead is suddenly a very delicate 2 points. Larry is 35. McHale has 18 points in the game. Has the ball stripped out of his hand.
Good defensive job that time by Nance with a little assist from Hornacek.
Hornacek around the Nance pick, and now Davis double clutching. Ball stolen by Bird to Minifielder Haynes. That's going to end the quarter where the Celtics, once 17-point lead, cut all the way to 2. After 3 quarters, it is the Celtics 77, the Phoenix Suns 75. Fourth quarter shootout. Tonight's entry, Alan Perlin of Norwood, counting on Larry Bird to score first in the fourth quarter. If he's right, Alan will win a color TV and a Celtics jacket. Now the Celtics right now would be pleased to have anybody score for them to start the fourth quarter because they were outscored 31 to 16 by Phoenix in the third quarter. So what had been a 17-point blowout at the half is now a 2-point game with 12 minutes to play. And the Suns have the ball.
Played 24 minutes of good basketball. Unfortunately, it's a 48-minute game. So 3 quarters out of 4 isn't bad. Let's hope that they can get it back together and get back to the basics here in the fourth.
For Phoenix, Hornacek and Davis are the guards. Nance is at center with Johnson and Gilliam the forwards. Celtics, Minifield, Ainge, Lohas, Bird, and Akers. Fall away by Davis. Rebound Bird. Larry now with his 10th rebound of the game to go with his 35 points.
Defensive adjustment made by Casey at the start of the fourth. Went to deny defense, pressuring the ball. That should make something happen.
Minifield misses the open jumper. Lohas, the rebound, is fouled.
Hornacek, I believe, got him. That'll be his second.
There it is. Look at it.
Minifield with the outside shot. Gets the back of the rim. Lohas responding nicely to it.
Minifield for the Celtics. Now Lohas, Bird. Celtics leading by 2.
Isolation.
Larry, baseline. He's got it. Congratulations, Alan Perlin of Norwood, Mass. You win a color TV and a Celtics jacket as Larry Bird gives the Celtics a 4-point lead. Larry now with 37 points to go with his 10 rebounds. Hornacek. Minifield all over him tight.
Celtics defensive intensity's picked up considerably here.
Walter Davis count the basket, and a loose ball foul on Phoenix on Armin Gilliam. The second team foul on the Suns. So the basket goes, and it again is a 2-point ball game. Celtics playing without Robert Parrish, who is back at home with a back injury and not expected to play again on this trip. Minifield tried to kick it back, but it's stolen away. Suns can tie it. Hornacek. Johnson, and now Davis. Eddie Johnson right into the hands of Bird, re-stolen by Gilliam. They're down to 7 on the shot clock. Nance wheels by, ties the game.
Good job by Phoenix. That time had a little continuity on their half-court set and produced a good easy basket for him as time was running out.
The first time in this game that the Celtics have not led. Phoenix has tied it for the first time. Bird does not get the hoop, but he did get fouled by Larry Nance, and so Larry Bird will go to the line to shoot 2. That is 4 fouls on Larry Nance.
It is Bird again deciding to do it himself on the isolation on the right side. Nance is saying he hooked me. Obviously, Jim Capers doesn't agree. Send Bird to the line for 2.
Point out that is the 3rd team foul on the Suns with 9 minutes and 56 seconds to play in the game. The Celtics have yet to commit a foul, a team foul in this quarter. So they could end up in a parade to the foul line later on.
Bird 6 for 6 from the line right.
And for Larry, 39 points in the ball game. 81-79, Celtics by 2, 9:50 to go. Celtics led by 17 at the half, but a outstanding Phoenix third quarter and a disastrous Celtics one puts us into a tight game. And the Suns tie it up again. 81-81. Bird and now Akers for the Celtics. Phoenix playing strong defense as well at their end. Ainge takes it through, double clutches. Offensive foul, Danny Ainge.
Good job by Hornacek again, reading the Ainge penetration. He blew by his own man, but was not under control to the point where he could avoid the good pick set up by Hornacek.
For the Celtics, McHale and Johnson are in. Bird and Ainge go out. The Celtics once 17-point lead. It's totally disappeared. The game is tied, and the Suns could grab their first lead of the game right now. The Celtics are going to be in a battle to the wire in this one now. Lojas got a hand on the pass from Nance, but it goes back into Nance's hands. Now Eddie Johnson looping it again. Akers this time getting his hands on it, and he tipped it away. Good hustle.
Again, good defensive pressure on the part of the Suns. They've really got that ball under intense pressure, and then denying those outlets has made it difficult for Phoenix.
Lojas swinging it to Minifield. They're down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. DJ, no, deep rebound to Phoenix as Walter Davis pushes it down. A three by Hornacek. Suns lead by 3. Jeff Hornacek's second three-point basket of the game. And the Phoenix Suns take their first lead, 84-81. McHale, triple team, no help. He is fouled by either Gilliam or Johnson. 4th team foul on the Suns. They're at the limit.
Well, that'll help. Although unless the Celtics start getting serious on their half-court set, start developing patience and looking for the better opportunity, it's not going to help enough.
DJ looking for McHale low. He gets it to Kevin, lays it in.
I mean,
84-83, the Suns lead is 1.
You know, it becomes such an easy game offensively if you just do what I'm sure Casey's been telling him at every time out.
20 points in the game now for Kevin McHale. Hornacek flipping it in the middle to Davis on the cut.
Good movement, curled around those 2 low picks. Finally got into the middle, and DJ half a step behind. That's all Davis needs.
Oh, it's 86-83. The Suns by 3. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. The Celtics came unglued in the third quarter and now are trying to get back into it, and we have another foul on Phoenix, which will put the Celtics at the line and the Suns over the limit. The foul is on Gilliam, and that is his 4th personal foul. And Kevin McHale will go to the line for 2. And from here on in, the Celtics will be shooting fouls. That could be a big advantage for the Celtics, who have committed only 1. Check, they haven't committed any team fouls in this quarter. Their 1 foul was an offensive foul. So Phoenix is over the limit, and the Celtics haven't committed any in the 4th quarter, which was just the opposite in the 3rd when Phoenix climbed back into it. Kevin with 21 points in the ball game. He's shooting it at 82% from the foul line now. He's really come on strong in that department, averaging 22.5 points a game. Akers hustling after the loose ball, can't get it, right to the hands of Minifield.
Oh, nice job.
Akers hustle.
Absolutely.
Minifield in the right place at the right time. Celtics tie it.
Fine effort by Akers.
Loose ball. Boston ball.
And Minifield alertly fakes going for the ball, and it discouraged Davis from continuing after it, and it goes out of bounds. Celtics heads-up play the last couple of times down.
86-86 on the Minifield layup. Looking for Lojas low. Brad, of course, is an excellent foul shooter. If he gets fouled down in there, gets his own rebound, lays it up, no, but he was fouled. Good work by Lojas. Wouldn't drop for him, but he'll be at the line when we come back. 6:53 to play in the basketball game. It's 86-86. tonight's lucky winner, Wilma Simmons of Duxbury, Massachusetts. She's the winner of our Stop and Shop Channel 56 Celtics Dream Night contest. If you'd like to win, just fill out an official entry form in your participating Stop and Shop or send a postcard with your name, address, and telephone number to a nearby Stop and Shop. We'll draw lucky winners like Wilma Simmons of Duxbury. You'll receive 2 tickets to a Celtics home game, hotel for 2 including dinner, limousine service from your hotel to the Garden, and a $100 Stop and Shop gift certificate. In the quarter, the Celtics are 3 of 6. The Suns are 5 out of 6 so far. At the foul line for 2 shots, Brad Lohaus. For the Celtics, Brad shoots his free throws at 81%. Really got a nice touch. 1 more free throw for Lohaus, and the Celtics lead 87-86. As the rookie, who is from Phoenix, Arizona, and was a Phoenix Suns ball boy as a youngster.
The bench has chipped in for 14 points now here in this game, and that's the kind of production that I'm sure pleases Casey.
88-86, Celtics taking the lead in the 2 free throws by Lohaus. And when he was a youngster, he was a big Suns fan. And Phoenix, interestingly enough, as Humphries hits the outside jumper and is fouled by Mark Akers.
Good job by Humphries, utilizing that side pick effectively. Watch him, gonna see him. Just move to the other side of the Adams pick. That brings Akers in to help. Akers does a good job, but it's too late. It's launched.
And now Humphries can put his club ahead. Phoenix was prepared to draft Lohaus on the 2nd round, on the final pick of the 2nd round, which they had acquired from the Lakers, but the Celtics took it. Took him just before Phoenix was going to take it. Well, the 3-point play by Humphries and the Suns lead. Bird is back in, replacing Lohaus. McHale can't handle the pass, and it'll be Phoenix ball.
No, actually, he didn't manipulate it long enough. You got to wait for that big guy to establish the position he wants. If you catch him in kind of transition,
yeah,
you're rolling off each other. Just not ready, especially to gather up a high lob pass.
Mike Sanders way off target with that one, air ball, but picked up by Humphries. Rebound to Bird. Gets it to Minifield, and the Celtics come down trailing by 1 with 6 minutes to go in the game. They led by 17 at the half. Bird for 3, no. Rebound McHale. Shuffles it off to DJ in the paint. Doesn't get it. Rebound McHale ripped out of his hand by Sanders. Mike Sanders ahead of the field, dishes it off to Adams.
Good transition basket that time on the part of Phoenix. They waited for the lanes to fill and got it to Adams, who knew how to finish it off. Good job.
And now the Celtics find themselves down by 3. 20-second timeout. You're watching the Boston Celtics Television Network.
This primary night, cast your vote for laughs with Mel Brooks' monster hit, Young Frankenstein, Tuesday night at 8 on WLVI TV.
Well, Coos, you mentioned at the start of the 4th quarter that when we were comparing the 3rd quarters yesterday and today, they were exact opposites for the Celtics. You said, well, hopefully the Celtics can respond in the 4th like the Lakers did, and the Celtics have not. They find themselves down by 3 with 5.5 minutes to go, and the Suns right now truly believe they can win this ballgame.
Absolutely. This will be a difficult one to blow for Casey, as we said on top. This is a game they figured to come in and take, on this trip. We were talking about 4 and 3 at the start of this trip. Of course, Robert Parrish being out isn't going to help, but they had the game well in hand and then just got careless here in the 2nd half.
McHale loses it, but it's picked up by Danny Ainge. Again to McHale, goes over Nance, hits the shot, and he's fouled. And I believe that's 5 on Larry Nance. 23 points for Kevin McHale. And personal foul number 5 on Nance. Nance, although Kevin has had a good 2nd half, Nance has given him trouble.
Yeah, there's Kevin leaning in, using his body effectively to kind of nudge Nance out of there.
3-point play ties the game at 91-91. Davis, Humphries, Nance, Adams, and Sanders out there for Phoenix. Celtics with Ainge, Johnson, Akers, Bird, and McHale. DJ reach-in foul. That is only the 2nd team foul in the Celtics. And now Armin Gilliam comes in, and Larry Nance goes out for the Suns. Be a possession foul. Celtics still have 2 more to waste. Walter Davis. Rebound. Adams. Ainge with a steal into the hands of Bird.
Nice play by Danny. Got into that passing lane in a hurry, anticipated where Adams was going to go with it.
Celtics really looking for McHale now with a smaller man, Gilliam, on him, and we have a foul. No, we have an illegal defense. That's a technical foul. So that'll be a free throw for the Celtics and possession of the ball.
And again,
second illegal defense.
The weak side getting him in trouble. They're so anxious to get down on McHale, but there can't be any indecision as to whether if you're going to come from the weak side, you know, you've got to make your move immediately as soon as the entry pass is made. If you hesitate or if you kind of slide halfway, that's when they're going to call out an illegal defense.
The free throw by Bird gives the Celtics a lead of 92-91. Larry has 40 points, goes to the basket, and is fouled, and he'll be going to the line. And right now, that free throw situation really playing in favor of the Celtics as they got into the penalty limit, or into the penalty area with about, I think it was 7.5 or 8 minutes to go in this quarter, and the Celtics since then have either been getting a basket or free throws on virtually every possession.
Well, the important thing, they got serious as to their intent. You know, they're going into McHale, forcing the trap or allowing him to make his move, which is going to create contact. That time we saw Bird put it to the floor and take it to the basket as opposed to the little fall-away jumper, you know. So you've got to exploit that free throw situation if you get the opportunity to do it. Bird.
Now, 9 times out of 10, teams that win basketball games, you look at the statistics, they have scored
than the
The
opponent.
foul line. You got them all, mon ami. 94-91 Celtics, 3-point lead. Eddie Johnson had a moment to thought about the three, but wait a minute, I think we got a walk here on Gilliam. No, we got a foul on McHale, but that is only the 3rd on the Celtics as a team, the 4th on Kevin as an individual. Remains a Phoenix ball, possession foul.
Big tip down for both teams here. Celtics can keep Phoenix from scoring and go down and increase their lead. However, they did not.
Eddie Johnson.
Fast Eddie.
To flick him in, 19 points.
He's well named. I'll tell you, when he's out there, regardless of the range, you've got to be right there with him. You know, he doesn't look like he's going to shoot it. He carries it waist high, but that's where he launches it from.
Bird short on the jumper. Suns can take the lead with 3:45 to go. Davis all the way, dumps it off, but right into the hands of Mark Akers. Ainge back for the Celtics. They're 3-on-3. DJ, whoa! Ripped down, and he'll be at the line to shoot two. And DJ and Jay Humphries collided at that end.
Good job by Danny Ainge in reading the break that was developing. Bird with a step, and DJ just ahead of him in the left lane. He was thinking of threading the needle with the long pass to Bird, and thought better of it. Probably a good idea. DJ took it in.
Dennis has really been nailing the free throws this season. 88%, or just under 88. Got one more. Dennis tonight looking for his 10th point as he stands up there. 3:37 left in the game. Celtics leading by 2. By 3 now. They led by 17 at the half, but the Suns, with a great third quarter, got back into it, and it's been a tight one ever since.
Davis and Johnson are the two you've got to watch. Both of them are go-to guys that have the capability of carrying an offense by itself in the last few minutes.
Bird got his hand on it again. Is knocked to the deck on a loose ball foul, and
maybe hurt it.
Maybe hurt. Yep, got it in the left leg. The Celtics will have to call a timeout. Wait a minute, what do we have? It is a full timeout taken by the Celtics. Timeout with 3:20 to go in the game. Larry getting up very gingerly. When we come back, we'll have Larry at the other end shooting a couple of free throws. Larry Bird getting knocked to the floor after he picked up this loose ball. There's the steal by Bird. Now he gets whacked right on the foot there. Yeah, by the right leg of Alvin Adams. Whoa. And Larry will be down the other end to shoot a couple of free throws as he just laced up the sneaker a little extra tight, a little tighter, and now he's down there to shoot a couple.
I'll tell you,
he's a great player, but he's as tough a guy as you want to find. He has 42 points with 11 rebounds and 12 rebounds and 7 assists.
And I'll tell you, the fact that the Celtics came out and played deny defense in the start of the fourth quarter and could avoid fouling has paid dividends. They have outshot Phoenix on the line 14-1 now in the last quarter here.
Well, that has made the difference. It made the difference in the third quarter when the Suns outshot the Celtics. I think it was 8 or 9-0. And in this quarter, it's made the difference in the other direction. Celtics now lead by 5. Davis blocked by McHale.
Nice job, McHale.
56th blocked shot of the year for Kevin.
That's the kind of support defense you need. This Phoenix team is, I think, either last or next to last in the league in block shots. So when you're giving up a lot in the paint, especially a crucial time of the game like now, it can become very significant.
That was the 20th turnover of the game for the Celtics. Eddie Johnson foul going through. Puts the Celtics at the limit, and we'll put Eddie Johnson at the line. Now Larry Nance and Jeff Hornacek come back in for Phoenix, replacing Humphreys and Gilliam. So the Celtics, the Suns will have Hornacek, Davis, Adams, Nance, and Johnson out there. Larry Bird is coming out, walking gingerly on the left ankle. Darren Day replaces him. Larry sits down with 44 points.
Case obviously being cautious.
Yeah. One more free throw coming for Eddie Johnson, who's normally an 85% foul shooter.
He just shotgunned that one up.
Boy, didn't he?
I don't think that ever got above the rim.
One more. That one gets the net, and it's a 4-point game with 2:40 to go. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to play. Celtics led by 10 at the first quarter, 17 at the half, but only 2 after 3 quarters, and now the lead is only 4. Alley-oop to McHale, to Akers rather, taken away. Hornacek back. Got Davis for 3. Oh my.
Yes.
1-point ball game. 98-97. Walter Davis, 3-point basket, 2 minutes to play.
At the point where you've got to get a shot every time down, DJ goes into the pack.
Draws the foul from Davis. And so Dennis Johnson will shoot 2. Want to remind you, immediately following the game, late edition of the news at 10, immediately following this basketball game.
Not much
Bird back in, Day out.
happening offensively that time for the Celtics. So Bird, I'm sure, told Casey he was fighting. Let me get my butt back in there. I've worked too hard up to now. We don't want to blow this with a couple of minutes.
2-point Celtics lead, 2:04 to play in the game, 99-97. Dennis Johnson looking to put the Celtics at the century mark. Celtics have had a slow second half. That's only 39 second half points for them. 2 minutes left to play in the game. Celtics lead by 3. They double team Hornacek. Finally gets it to Davis. And now Eddie Johnson for 3. And the game is tied. The Suns have hit 4 3-point shots in this game. 2 by Hornacek, 1 each by Johnson and Davis.
Johnson and Davis are the guys that can do it.
100 to 100. Minute and 38 seconds to go. Bird trying to post up Johnson. Gets it to DJ. DJ trying to post up Davis. Goes over him. No. Rebound. Loose ball foul. Dennis Johnson will put the Suns at the line.
DJ is struggling.
With a minute and 28 seconds to play, Phoenix has a chance to take the lead.
There's the over the shoulder. DJ missing a short jumper.
Good foul shooter, Hornacek.
Invariably, the guy who misses that shot tries to make up for it. So often, that's what occurs. They compound it with a foul.
2 free throws for Hornacek, and the Suns lead. With a minute and 28 seconds to play in the game, Phoenix leads by 1. Well, the Celtics certainly had this one well under control at halftime. But maybe it was too easy for them. Whatever the reason.
You can get careless on the road and get away with it at home. I mean, at home, but on the road, it just doesn't work that way. You've got to play the better part of the 48.
So now Phoenix leads by 2 with a minute and 24 seconds to go. Bird winds up for 3. No. Rebound Phoenix. And now the Suns with a 2-point lead and 1 minute and 10 seconds to play. And the Celtics walked in here with a record of 34 and 15. Phoenix 15 and 31. The Celtics led by 17 at the half. They let it get away, and now they could lose it. In and out. Rebound. Comes out to Mark Akers. Gets it to Kevin McHale. There are 50 seconds to play in the game.
Good job by Akers holding it back.
Bird goes around his man. Lays it up. Goaltending. Count the basket. 102 to 102 with 42 seconds to go. Bird ties it.
No question about the call. Bird not taking any chances. You've seen him launch a three-pointer while his last time down. Didn't go down. That time he's going to bring it in there and get it.
That gives Bird 46 points in the game, but the Celtics are still staring at a possible loss here. It's tied at 102 apiece with 42 seconds to go. Both teams, of course, are over the foul limit, so neither team has an advantage there. And the Suns have been smoking hot in this second half. Let's take a look at the drive by Bird.
Here it is. They've got him isolated on the right. Just swings by Eddie Johnson, runs in first to Gilliam, and then Nance who comes over. No question about the goaltending. The last time down, KC went to his half-court trap. Almost had it stolen from Hornacek, although it eventually resulted in a Phoenix basket. Let's see if they resort to the same strategy and go for the quick trap.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coos. The Celtics, after yesterday's loss in Los Angeles, really cannot afford to lose this ball game because Denver is a very good team. They've already beaten the Celtics once at the Garden. And Portland is a very good team and very tough at home.
Yeah,
playing those two games without Parrish are going to be very difficult.
They've got to assume that they're going to have a difficult time in both those cities. This is the one they need, as we said on top. That's why coaches worry about those. The ones that everyone is saying, well, they should win that one. No problem. Well, Robert's out, but they still should beat him. Well, the players responded to that stimulus in the first half, and obviously they had it in hand. They played good D, solid offense, went inside enough in that second quarter to McHale to get him 10 points, and of course Bird was extraordinary. They had the game. They got careless in the third quarter, and here they are in a dogfight with 42 seconds left.
Well, the longer you let a team that is not as good as you are stay in a ball game,
and make them believe,
that they can
that's
win.
It. Yeah. They had Phoenix intimidated at halftime. They simply showed them a little daylight, and Phoenix grabbed it.
All right, here we go. 42 seconds to play, inbounds to Davis.
They're trying to keep it from Hornacek. He's the playmaker. He's the one that usually starts it. Celtics want someone else to start it. Now they get it.
Now Hornacek has it to Eddie Johnson. Baseline. Whoa, fall away. Suns lead by 2. 104 to 102. 25 seconds to play in the game. There's a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bird, baseline, lays it up.
Yes!
Count the basket for Larry Bird, and he was fouled. With 17 seconds to go, he ties it at 104. Bird with 48 points in the game. Look at this.
Another incredible performance again when he makes up his mind. He needs the 2 strong enough to absorb the considerable contact from the weak side, and yet still, watch, Nance
Look at that.
just knocks him out, still maintains his balance long enough to get the shot up to the basket. Incredible.
Oh, Bird, while on the deck, watched it drop through. And we're tied at 104 with 17 seconds left, and Bird will go for a season equaling high 49 if he makes it. He does. So for the second time this season, Larry Bird has scored 49 points in a game, and the Celtics lead by 1. 105 to 104. Now, however, that's the good news. The bad news is that Phoenix has the ball with 17 seconds to play and conceivably play it to the last shot and win it.
I think Casey has to force something. With 17 away from home and the crowd on their feet, I think you want the ball in your hands, especially when you've got a Larry Bird last. Don't let him run the clock down for the last shot. Force something defensively.
How do you do
that? If you,
how do you force a team to shoot?
Trap the ball. In other words, create a shooting opportunity, that they can't pass up. Don't give it, which basically means trap the ball, which will create it. There's the Johnson, by the way, basket a moment ago. It's going to go to Johnson or Davis. Those are the two scorers who can function under this kind of pressure and create something for themselves. So, trap the ball, allow them an outside shot, and if they make it, fine, but at least you've got the ball in your hands with enough time to do something with it. I like that strategy rather than, not playing passive defense, but allowing him to set up whatever Wetzel is setting up in the huddle at the moment. Just don't let him do what he's telling him to do, and the only way to do that is with aggressive trapping defense. That'll take him out of whatever the game plan is.
Larry Bird's numbers on the night: 49 points, 12 rebounds, 12 out of 12 at the foul line, 3 3-point baskets, 6 assists. Just another day at the factory for Larry. So with 17 seconds to play, here we go. There's the man who the Suns will probably like to get the ball to, Walter Davis. They've got Davis, Hornacek, Johnson, Adams, and Gilliam out there. Against Ainge, Johnson, Akers, McHale, and Bird.
If they're going to trap, Kevin's got to guard the basket. Gilliam's a non-shooter at this point, I would say, so he can afford to help out.
All right, time remaining. There it is, lower right-hand corner of your picture. Walter Davis.
Just isolating Davis on DJ.
Davis, baseline. 5 seconds left. The Suns lead by 1. Walter Davis puts the Phoenix Suns ahead. 106-105 with 5 seconds to go. And the Celtics call a timeout. And they have 1 timeout left. Well, now it's going to come down to get the ball. Well, they'll take it out at midcourt and go for the shot to win it. So the way Bird has been going, everybody in the house is expecting it to go to Larry Bird. So would you therefore set up a play to McHale, Coos?
I'd continue to. If I'm sitting on Phoenix's bench, there's the one-on-one isolation. The Celtics went with just a straight-up defense, everyone guarding his own man. Now, if I'm sitting on Phoenix's bench, I'm going to tell him to trap. I'm going to try to make sure Bird doesn't beat me. I'm going to tell him to trap and try to give DJ or Ainge the last outside shot. There it is. He's the big player. He's the guy with the one-on-one moves that can create, not a great opportunity, but obviously one that he's got confidence in.
That gave Davis 19 points in the game. So the Celtics have seen a situation where they led 61-44, 17-point lead at halftime. The Suns outscored them in the third quarter, 31-16, to cut it to a 2-point game. And it's been nip and tuck here in the fourth quarter. We have had, let's see, in the fourth quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ties. And let's see, lead changes of, I think, about 10.
So you've got to assume that Phoenix, again, is not going to allow you to do whatever it is you've planned to do,
Well, they've got to believe it's going to go to Bird.
In 5 seconds' time, but he'll be hit immediately with a trap. So you don't have time to look for free men with 5. You got plenty of time to take it to the basket on a one-on-one situation. You don't have time to get cute and look for the free men when the trap comes.
All right, Dennis Johnson to put it in play for the Celtics. Set to go. DJ calls for another timeout. And that is the final Celtics timeout of the game. Now, what's Case doing there, Coos? Looking to see what kind of defense Phoenix is running.
Absolutely. They did not have pressure on the ball. That tells them something, obviously, that the entry pass will be able to get to whoever they wanted to get to. It looked like they had Ainge underneath in the baseline. They wanted to go to the speed. I don't know if they were decoying Bird, but they had him lined up on the low post in a double pick form. Ainge was trying to use it to get to the ball. He probably didn't have to. It appeared that DJ was going to go to Danny with it.
All righty. Let's see. Given that situation, do you think they can free Bird for a shot?
Well, if in 5 seconds, the guy that they get the ball to has to make the play. If they, in fact, were going to Ainge, then no, I don't think they were trying to free bird up for a shot. If they're decoying Ainge, if they're going to run him up the middle as if BJ's going to go to him and let him do his individual thing, that's one thing. And Bird can pop out, you know.
Well, let me ask you this.
I'm sure they've got 2 or 3 options set up. You know, obviously if you can get it to Bird, the problem is if you get it to Bird in the corner, he, as I say, in my opinion, I think he's immediately going to be hit with the trap, and then he's got to find someone. You know, the clock could expire. Yeah. They're going to zone behind. It's not going to be easy to find the free man. I think whoever gets the entry pass has got to make the move to the basket.
But after the Celtics looked at Phoenix's defense, they called a timeout. Now, what's to prevent John Wetzel from changing his defense now?
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's the option that obviously is available.
No, but what I'm saying is, do coaches normally do that, or would they just say, look, this is what we wanted to do, stay with it?
Well, depending on what, you know.
All right, here we go.
What they're attempting to do, but I'd stay with it.
Ainge hits the deck.
Foul. Foul call
on Jeff Hornacek with 3 seconds left.
There's a gutsy call by Mr. Capers.
Was Capers the
Yeah, Capers made the call.
Well, Ainge will shoot 2.
Hornacek doesn't agree.
Here it is.
Let's see. Well, he doesn't have the body. He's got the leg out there. You know, it's like sticking the elbow or the shoulder. You've got to be squared up with the driver. He wasn't squared up.
Ainge ties it up. 106 to 106. But with 3 seconds left, Phoenix can call their own timeout because they've got 2 left.
They'll call a timeout and take it at half court, and they'll have the ball half court with 3.
1 more free throw for Ainge. Celtics lead 107 to 106 on the 2 free throws by Danny Ainge with the heat on. And now the Phoenix Suns call a timeout, and they will set up the scenario of the final shot.
Well, only
Davis and Johnson.
Only 8 points for Danny, but obviously 2 very big pressure free throws. I'll tell you, good free throw shooters just love to be in that position. You know, weak free throw shooters, God, they'd like to run and hide somewhere outside the arena. Please don't foul me and put me up at the line with the clock running out. But good ones, 80%, 90% free throw shooters, they just love to step up and prove to the world, you know, the kind of courage they have under pressure.
You know, the Celtics came into this game. They missed, let's see, on free throws tonight, the Celtics had 4 misses by Artis Gilmore, which has given them a 23 out of 29 evening. Phoenix is 20 of 22, but coming into this game, the Celtics were shooting free throws at just under 80%, and 4 members of their starting 5, Bird at 91, McHale at 82, Ainge at 82, Dennis Johnson at 87.5%. That's great foul shooting among your starting 5 players. Robert Parrish out with an injury is over the 70% mark.
And it certainly helped him in this quarter. They've outshot him about 4-1 from the free throw line. Now, with that call being made, we said a gutsy call, but it sets up a return call on the other end. So you've got to deny, you've got to pressure the inbounds pass, I believe, and deny the outlets, but don't deny that aggressively. You'll get one call right back. See, you know, you've set up a mindset with the officials now. They've proven to the crowd that they're not afraid to make the key call against the home team, but it'll make it easier for them to make the call in their favor now if you give them an opportunity to.
Well, here we go. 3 seconds remain to be played in the game. The Celtics lead by 1, and Phoenix has the ball at half court. Alvin Adams will put it in play. Mark Akers is to pressure the ball.
He's pressuring. Pavetta is telling him how far he must stay away from the man. Everyone's in the deny position.
All right, here we go. Adams throws it to Eddie Johnson. Fires for 3. That's it. Celtics win it by 1. Oh, my. This was a tough one. They had to get a 49-point performance from that man right there, Larry Bird, and 2 free throws by Danny Ainge with 3 seconds to go to win it and go 3-2 on the Western trip. That is it from Phoenix. Join us on Wednesday night beginning at 9 o'clock when the Celtics will be in Denver, Colorado to meet the Nuggets. For my partner Bob Cousy, this is Gil Santos saying goodnight from Phoenix. Boston Celtics basketball on Channel 56 was produced by Lou Schumann.